Welcome. It's our pleasure to be here in the James Wallace Memorial Library, Sydney campus, beautiful Parramatta, and we're here with Dr. Adam White.
Thanks for having me.
Let's wind the clock back. Tell us a bit about your personal story and what you were doing before Alpha Crucis College and lecturing.
Yeah, how far back
Well,
can I
I
go?
don't know. I know some of your story. It's a really amazing story.
Yeah.
Perhaps talk about the journey of how God led you to the world of academia, the world of teaching.
Sure. Yeah. Look, I'm what you might consider an accidental academic. If you told me 20 years ago when I became a Christian that this is where I'd end up, I probably would have laughed in your face. So I became a Christian when I was 19, and I was a spray painter at the time and didn't really have much direction in my life. I was just kind of meandering through. You know, I had a job and I was happy and had beers with my mates after work, and that was all fine. But anyway, I became a Christian, and I remember within the first few weeks of being in my church, I was just watching my pastor preach on the Sunday, and I thought, yeah, I want to do that. You know, I really had a vision of myself up in that stage. Well, actually, I was 19, so I probably thought I could do a better job than that. So I really wanted to sort of pursue that as a new life goal. So yeah, pastoring, that really became my focus. So yeah, my work kind of started to shift around my church responsibilities, and you know, taking a day off work to volunteer for the church and kind of going in that direction. But yeah, I was really just I knew I wanted to be a pastor. The church couldn't afford to put me on at the time full time, so I thought, I might as well go do some study and you know, at least learn about what I'm going to be preaching about.
Thanks for sharing some of your history and some of your story. It sounds like there's so much more there. So talk about now what that PhD was in. What is your specialty? What do you teach?
So my main focus is in Paul's letters. So I mean, New Testament is sort of broadly what I teach, but my real priority is in Paul and his letters. So I did my PhD in 1 Corinthians. So I've got a real sort of soft spot for 1st and 2nd Corinthians, and that's one of my favourite classes to teach. I mean, I've been to Corinth half a dozen times. Like I can picture the city when I'm teaching it. I've taken students to Corinth and sort of done these talks in the city with them. So you know, I've got a real it's definitely a soft spot for me. But I think my overall favourite, I teach a class, The World of the New Testament, which is more of an overview of the culture of the first century. So it really kind of feeds into the whole New Testament. You know, what were everyday people like? You know. We get this picture of Christians that were, you know, maybe these ultra-spiritual people living in revival, kind of floating through their existence as Christians and untouched by the scum of the world. It's just so far from the truth. You know, they were everyday people like us. And when you realise that, you just say, well, actually, I can relate to these people. And it just kind of brings the New Testament to life. It kind of really grounds it in just that human sense or that human context that is what it actually was. So that I think that really helps too when you come back to the application of the Bible. It's not just to teach the Bible to understand what this verse might mean, but what do you do with this? How do you actually apply this to your everyday life? Because that's the question we've got to answer. It's not just what does this mean, but what do I do with it? And when you start by realizing, hey, these people are just everyday people like us, how were they wrestling with these tensions? Well, that can then help us with our own tension, with our own questions of how do we do this Christian life in a world which presents challenges every day of our lives. I mean, that's really what we're trying to do in ministry.
What are the students like that come into your classes?
Mate, that's probably what I love most about this job. I struggle to call it a job. I can't believe they pay me to do this. It's just so much fun. It's the fact that we get students coming from every walk of life. You know, we're not a university where you come in, you finish school, come in, do your nursing degree, go and get your job, and you're there to get your professional qualification. People are coming here for any and every reason, from every age group, from every background, and in a lot of cases, not even knowing why they're here. They just know that this is the next step of their journey in the Lord. And so that's what I really resonate with. It's those journeys and seeing people coming in from that. And well, I mean, I could probably draw out 100 different examples, but it's the moment where you see students coming and go and finding that direction, finding that, I can see now why I'm here.
So you can sympathise with your students, because I suppose it seems like not such a distant memory that you were in their position.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And sort of just coming in, just not know you need to be at college, but not quite know where it's going. I just know I need to be here for this season. I don't know what's going to happen in the end. I was a lot like that. I didn't know how it was going to turn out when I finished my studies. But just to have that, just to be able to see those students in that position and go, you know what, there is a plan at work here. This is going to turn into something great for you, and hopefully even help them to get there. So,
if anything that we discussed today really resonated with you and you're interested to study with Alpha Crucis College, get in touch. We'd be very happy to help you find the course that's going to suit your needs and your goals. All the best.